negotiation, a distinction is made between so-called tangible and intangible motivations. Behind the term tangible, there is the idea of something that is concrete, perceptible, that one can easily touch. But tangible is also synonymous with manifest or obvious, and it is in this sense that we must understand tangible motivations in negotiation. Tangible motivations refer to the obvious and manifest objectives that the parties pursue through the negotiation. These objectives are related to the topic of the discussion. For example, if the topic of discussion is the sale or purchase of a flat, the tangible motivations are likely to revolve around the issue of price. The seller being motivated to sell his property at a high price and the buyer wanted to pay as little as possible. The example of the flat illustrates a second characteristic of tangible motivation, the fact that they are often economic in nature. Economy being understood in its broadest sense. In sum, the primary motivation pursued by negotiator is to obtain an agreement whose terms will best satisfy their interests. But economic motivation is not the only tangible motivation. It all depends on what is being discussed. Since there are an infinite number of topics of discussion, there are also an infinite number of tangible motivations. As we have said, people can discuss economic issues, as in the case of a financial transaction, but they can also discuss relational, procedural, ethical, moral, or identity issues. Each topic of discussion has its own tangible motivation: to improve relationships, to clarify procedures, to convince of the superiority of a point of view, or to explain or express values. Intangible motivations, by contrast, are often described as impalpable, elusive. These are the motivations which, not being directly linked to the subject of the discussion in progress, are less directly perceptible or identifiable. Behind the tangible motivation are all the other forces that can influence the behavior of negotiators. As with tangible motivations, intangible ones can be of several kinds. Later, we will distinguish three that play a particularly important role: relational motivations, procedural motivations, and motivations related to the negotiator's self-image.